You realize that little by little, something is consolidating between you two, but perhaps you are still not sure how you feel about this bond that is beginning to form. While she looks at you with that sparkle in her eyes, as if she already sees a shared future, maybe you're still wondering if you are ready to take deeper steps in this connection. She observes you with a care that is hard to disguise, as if she already believes that your destinies are intertwined. To her, you are more than just good company. You are a promise, a meeting of souls that transcends mere desire. For her, everything seems so clear, as if she has already found the security she may have been seeking for so long. But you might hesitate. Perhaps her intensity is both seductive and challenging. You feel her heart open and willing to invest, and this pure and honest surrender makes you question what you truly want. And in this mix of feelings, you find yourself at a crossroads. She is there, as someone who sees in you the partnership she has been waiting for, who believes that together you can build something that goes beyond appearances and conveniences. She feels that you are the person with whom she could indeed build a true story. And perhaps for her, it's no longer a question of if you will be together in a more committed manner, but rather when it will happen. She believes that, on some level, you have already assumed an implicit commitment. In her view, you already form something solid, even if it hasn't been verbalized or formalized yet. You feel this force, almost palpable, in the way she looks at you, as if she is willing to share her soul, her time, her dreams, everything she is. In the silence of her gestures, there is a sense of belonging, as if she is just waiting for your signal, your step, for you to move forward together. But do you feel the same? Maybe there is a part of you that hesitates, as if something deep is still being explored silently, internally. That question that lingers in the air, circling your uncertainties. Am I ready? Because if there is a point of no return in this relationship, it seems to be approaching, and it brings with it an emotional responsibility that is not always easy to face. But what if you for a moment set aside these questions and allow yourself to look at what she offers you? She is not asking for anything more than you can give. There is no rush, no demands. There is only a pulsating truth that wants to intertwine with yours, seeking to be reciprocated in an intensity that may be rare to find. She has already committed to what she feels for you and believes that this is enough for you to build together, step by step. And then, the most intimate question arises, the one you can't ignore. Am I willing to open up in the same way? Truly open up, without armor, without games, without reservations, because this person next to you, who already believes that you have something special, is not interested in halves or illusions. She wants the whole, who you are entirely. She seeks a genuine love, one that accepts imperfections and understands that a life together requires dedication and vulnerability. And perhaps it is this expectation of something real, profound, and not merely fleeting that causes in you this mix of fear and attraction. Because taking on such a commitment means sharing your essence and, at the same time, allowing yourself to be seen in a way that few have dared to see. What if you decide not to reciprocate? This doubt might haunt your thoughts, but you know it deserves an honest answer. And you know that answer is not just for her, it's for yourself, to find clarity about what you truly want to experience and with whom you want to be. Therefore, the question becomes inevitable. Are you ready to build something authentic, with all the intensity that it requires? Because if you decide to open yourself to this path, know that there is no middle ground. This person already feels in you what perhaps no one else has seen before. That sincerity that emerges in your gestures, in the way you listen, in how your eyes shine during the most profound conversations. She already recognizes in you a kind of home, something that gives her peace and at the same time awakens a rare, almost inexplicable emotion in her chest. And she is not looking for perfection. She is looking for something that is genuine. She knows that the path together will be made of intense moments that will require understanding and, above all, commitment. But she wants someone who will be by her side when times are hardest, when doubts arise, and the mundane tries to overshadow the passion of the initial moments. She wants all of you, not just the part that is easy to love, but also that more complex piece that reveals your fears, your shadows, everything that is most human and profound. But then, the choice becomes even clearer. Because she, in her serenity and affection, seems to have already chosen you, she believes that every step you have taken together has a meaning that goes beyond any word or definition. And if you close your eyes for a moment and imagine a future with her, you can feel the tranquility she brings, that gentle peace you may have never felt with anyone else. It is a presence that does not demand, that does not pressure, but that looks at you with a tenderness that asks for just one thing: reciprocity. The decision, however, is in your hands, and she will know how to accept your answer, whatever it may be. What she does not want is a lukewarm love, a bond sustained by uncertainties. If you choose to keep this relationship in a safe zone, maybe it is time to be honest with yourself and with her. Because for this person who already feels that you have a commitment, it is not fair to continue with veiled promises, with silences that hide a yes or a no. And if you choose this yes that she so desires, know that you will be facing something that will require courage. Courage to let go of old fears, insecurities that may have kept you away from true love. Because loving in this way means giving yourself fully, without reservations, without armor. It means allowing her to know every part of you, even those that may still haunt you. And in return, you will have by your side someone who commits to being present in every detail, to support you, to be a refuge where you can find and rediscover yourself whenever you need. This person who already feels committed to you is not looking for something temporary. She wants to be a part of your life integrally, wants to celebrate your victories and also share the weight of your pains. So, maybe the next step is simpler than you imagine. Maybe it is just a matter of letting go of fear, of opening up to what her heart already feels so clearly, because you know deep down that encounters like this do not happen often. And now, what do you really want? What do you really want? This question reverberates in the silence of your heart, as if everything around you is suspended for a moment, allowing only your inner voice to speak. Because this choice now before you is a turning point. Accepting this commitment that she already sees so clearly is to let go of all the protections that kept you safe yet distant. It is to allow yourself to be penetrated by the intensity of this feeling, to let her occupy a space within you, a space that perhaps is reserved for something so rare that it has yet to be filled. She, in turn, feels this anticipation. Although she is calm, she also carries the desire to see you take a step towards her, not with vague words, but with a real commitment. She already believes that you have a connection that does not need explanations, an affinity that requires no labels, and all she wants is for you to accompany her in this vision, to share the same faith in something that grows and strengthens every time you are together. If you close your eyes now, you might be able to imagine life by her side, a life that will not be free from challenges, but will certainly be full of companionship and loyalty. She desires someone who is willing to face the storms and embrace the sunny days. And when she looks at you, she sees this potential. She feels that together, you can build a life that will be as true as it is intense, made of moments and experiences that only you will understand. The decision, however, still rests in your hands. You are faced with two choices. You can retreat, follow a path where each step will be protected by the comfort of not taking risks, or you can open your heart and allow her to be a part of everything you are. This second choice requires strength, but it brings with it a promise of a love that doesn't dilute, that doesn't disappear with difficulties. It's the possibility of living something real, a relationship that isn't shaken by time, because it was built on solid and true foundations. And if, at this moment, you feel that you are ready to take this step, know that she will be there to receive you, without judgments, without expectations that go beyond what you can give. She wants you entirely, but she is willing to wait as long as necessary for you to give yourself with sincerity. She doesn't need grand declarations. She needs gestures, actions that demonstrate that, for you, this commitment also makes sense. Perhaps it is time to answer the question she hasn't asked yet, but that lingers in the air every time your eyes meet. Are you truly by my side? This question may seem simple, but in reality it is an invitation for you to allow yourself to live something deep and intense, for you to share together a life that will be, above all, true. And should you accept, prepare yourself for a journey where there will no longer be room for half words. She expects from you what she is already willing to offer, your best, but also everything you consider imperfect. Because for her, what matters is this construction for two, where each detail and each vulnerability transform into increasingly deep bonds. And now, without further hesitation, what does your heart answer to this question? Because deep down you already know. You know that this decision, this silent commitment she has already made, is not any ordinary request. It is not something to be put on hold or accepted halfway. It is a choice that demands all your sincerity, that requires you to look at yourself honestly and ask if you are ready to give, or at least try to give, everything she is willing to offer. If you accept, you will have by your side someone who is ready to embrace you in your entirety. She already feels that your hearts beat in unique harmony, a frequency that resonates in the gaze, the touch, the peace that comes from the simple act of being together. And for her, this affinity, this complicity does not need to be explained, just lived. She does not want a love of empty promises or fleeting illusions. She wants something that can be built with her own hands, consciously, with each one giving in the right measure, but truly. And if by chance, there is still a part of you that hesitates, that wonders if this commitment is more than you can handle, know that she will understand. She will know how to respect your time, your space, and perhaps even your fear. But she will need your truth. Because living in a zone of ambiguity, not knowing how far you are really willing to go together, is not something she can sustain. You know that by her side, the journey will indeed be one of surrender, but also of support, loyalty, a constant presence that does not give up when obstacles arise. She wants to be with you not only in the light, happy moments, but also in those when life feels heavy and answers seem distant. She wants to be the person who gives you strength when everything seems to fall apart, the one who pushes you to move forward when you feel lost. If you decide to accept this invitation that she has already made to you, even without words, you will be choosing not just a relationship, but a true partnership where each finds in the other the impetus to become the best version of themselves. And she will be there, with the sweetness of someone who wants to care, but with the strength of someone who does not fear stormy days. She wants to walk by your side without pressure, but also without pretending that love can be something lukewarm or indifferent. Now more than ever, you perceive the depth of this choice. This decision is like opening the doors to something that can transform not only your relationship, but also who you are. Because allowing yourself to love in this way, diving in without reservations, means letting go of old defenses and letting love touch you at a layer that perhaps you have kept protected for a long time. So faced with this feeling that beats and waits, the question becomes inevitable and vibrant, like a truth that echoes from the depths of your being. Are you willing to live something real, something that is simultaneously challenging and fulfilling? Are you prepared for this commitment that she has already chosen to live with you? And if the answer is yes, then it is time to take the step she expects, a step that does not need to be grandiose, but that is clear and genuine. Because she wants to walk by your side, but she needs to know that somewhere in your heart, you have also chosen this path, even if it's gradually, even if fear is present. Throughout this process, you realize that true love is not made only of certainties, but of choices and the courage to respond authentically to what life presents to us. Perhaps this person is just waiting for a sign from you, something that indicates that you are willing to follow this path with her, because more than promises, she wants your true presence. She wants someone who is really by her side, building something solid and meaningful. She wants you to share a life where both can be whole, without needing to hide or disguise who they really are. She already sees you as someone with whom she wants to share not only the joys, but also the doubts and moments of vulnerability. To her, you are not just someone in each other's lives. You are the possibility of a love built on freedom, where each one finds in the other the strength to grow, to be better, to reinvent themselves. And when she looks at you, she doesn't expect you to be perfect. She just wants to know if you will be there, steady, even when things are not easy. Because true love is not a continuous bed of roses. It is made of confrontations, of overcoming, of moments where both see and choose each other, even in the face of difficulties. She wants a commitment where love is not just a feeling, but a continuous action, a care that is renewed every day. So if you feel that in some way you might be ready for this, take a step. Even if it is a small step, show her that you also see this connection, that you also feel something special. Because for her, what matters are not grand declarations, but sincere gestures, attitudes that show you are present and committed to this path. Maybe life has given you a rare opportunity, a love that does not arise frequently. Meetings like this are precious. They challenge us, take us out of our comfort zone, make us see beyond what we were used to seeing. She does not want you to lose your essence, but wishes to be the person who will be by your side in all versions of yourself, celebrating victories and offering a shoulder in moments of doubt. And now this choice rests in your hands. You are faced with a chance to build a true relationship, a partnership where both can grow and strengthen each other. If there is a feeling inside you, even if surrounded by uncertainties, let it speak louder. Embrace this moment. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to live something that might be exactly what you've always sought. Because she is already committed, with every gesture, every gaze. And if you feel that you are also ready, maybe it is time to take that step, to admit to yourself and to her that you also feel something special. Let her know that you are both in this together, willing to build a story that belongs only to the two of you, with all the ups and downs, but with the certainty that each moment will be genuine. Now, if this reflection touched you, share your experience in the comments. We want to know, have you ever been in a similar situation? Have you ever felt that someone was ready to commit while you were still hesitating? And to continue following profound content like this, subscribe to the channel, leave a like to support our work, and for more people to find this message, and activate the bell so you don't miss any updates. We are together on this journey in search of a real and conscious love.